It's a special edition of Cajun Classic Cars TV, Car Show of the Week, on location in Forest Hill, Louisiana. Jerriot, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. Welcome to the kitchen.
I love it. This is a great place, man. Models, I'll have to show a little pan of everything going on here with the neon and the car pictures. But you know what Forest Hill's missing? It's missing nurseries and plants.
Well,
there's just not enough.
It's like a desert around here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no sprinklers with trees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, if you guys have never been to Forest Hill, it's lovely just driving the country roads and checking out all the nurseries and stuff. And I appreciate your invite. So here we are, what I would call, and a lot of people would, one of the most anticipated car show events of the year. Cruising Southern Style at Paragon coming up this weekend.
It is. We call it the must-attend car show of the year. And, you know, one of the, I guess, the greatest accolades we have is people come up and tell me this is our favorite car show of the year. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's taken 19 years for this overnight success. You know?
Yeah, we were talking off camera, 19 years, and it was one of the first questions I was going to ask, so you went ahead and brought it up. What started it 19 or 20 years ago and said, we're going to do this?
Like I say, 19 years ago, one of our club members, Mike Ledoux, was talking to the chairman over at the Paragon, and they wanted to do an event, and it's actually 3 events go on at one time. It's the car show. They do a barbecue throwdown that the tribe puts on, which is like a barbecue competition, and then they do the Christmas extravaganza.
Right.
So we was like, yeah, we'll do it. And way back then, we knew we was going to do a car show, and we knew we wanted to donate it to a children's charity. So the first charity we started off with, there used to be, and I don't even think it is anymore, but it's kind of like the Make-A-Wish, but it's called I Wish, and it was the Central Louisiana State Troopers who put it on, and that's where the first 2 or 3 years, that's where we donated our money to. And then that kind of went away, and we were looking for another children's charity to donate. And a friend of mine had a daughter that was a patient at St. Jude's, and I was like, "Look, guys, this is a great charity. Let's just let's start sending our money there." And that's kind of where we probably been donating to St. Jude's out of the 19 years, probably 15 of those 19 years.
And what's the total? So far,
we are over $800,000 that we have donated to St. Jude's. So, yeah, I mean, it's been great. Now, the show has really blown up, I would say, in the last, 8 years or so. The first show was like 30 cars there, and we hung around 100 or so classic cars for a long time.
Yeah.
And probably about 8 years or so ago, we really decided to kick it into overdrive, and that's whenever we started reaching out to celebrities and things like that, and that kind of put us on the map. Our first celebrity we had was Tom Smith from Misfit Garage, mm-hmm. or from Fast and Loud, and we just kind of doubled that year. And then the next year is whenever I reached out to Martin Brothers, and Amanda Martin personally called me back, because she has a nephew that's a St. Jude's rep, mm-hmm. That's a St. Jude's patient, mm-hmm. and they are just all in for St. Jude's, and they've been a great partner ever since. I think since then, in the last 7 years, 6 years, however long, they've missed 1 year coming, so they've been great to us.
And I tell you, folks, St. Jude is great. If you ever get a chance to go to Memphis, I've been fortunate over the years to do a lot of radiothons for St. Jude. I'm going to tell you, you would think it'd be a place of sorrow and misery and all that.
It's not.
But when you go in there, it is fascinating. It's a place of joy. It's a place of happiness. It's a place of hope. And so even if you don't go to the car show, check out how you can donate and help out St. Jude. So we talked about numbers of you hovered in the hundreds for a bit. Last year, am I right, it was about 700?
We had 748 last year.
That's a heck of a car show.
That's a pretty decent car show for a small town in Central Louisiana. It's pretty decent. Yeah.
I know guys that save their money and their time and their gas and their efforts, and they wait for this show.
We do too, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people will tell us, we save, all year long to come to this show. Whether it's, I've had people that's come to the VIP dinner, and and it's not cheap. It's expensive. It's a fundraiser. And they said, look, man, we've been saving all year because we want to come meet this celebrity, and we want, one-on-one time with this celebrity or whatever. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people will save and do their yearly donation at our show because they know we don't keep anything.
Right.
We don't keep $1. Everything that's raised at our car show goes to St. Jude's.
It was amazing. As a matter of fact, as a car guy, it's almost in a good way overwhelming when you get there and you see all these cars. And of course, being media, so to speak, like I am, you get there and you go, I'm going to be filming a lot today,
right.
which is a good thing to do. But it is amazing, and the very types of cars, there's some oddities there.
It is, and I like, personally, I like everything. I like, of course, I love the classics, the 50s and 60s and 70s muscle cars and all that. But I also like the modern cars, and I've had a couple modern cars, and it always kind of bummed me out whenever I'd had the modern cars. So many car shows wouldn't even allow them in.
Yeah.
So we make we have a modern muscle class. So our car show is literally an open show. We even I think 2 years ago was first year we started doing the bicycles.
Yeah.
Because that's a big following, especially down South Louisiana. So these bicycles are custom. So I mean, I pretty much like everything, and with our show, there's pretty much a room, a space for almost anything and everything. So you'll see anything and everything you can imagine. And,
bring it back to talking about people saving up. This is also a show where a lot of clubs get together and they come, and this is, we're going to go there. We're going to hang out. We're going to see each other. We haven't seen you in a year. This is a great place to do it.
Yeah. One thing, and I've tell people this show has almost become more like a family reunion.
I agree.
Than it is a car show.
Yeah.
I mean, this car show is so much more than a bunch of cars in a parking lot and a bunch of awards. It is about people. If you took all the awards and stuff away, we have the best people come to this show from anywhere. And I will tell you that for any show that you go to, we have some great people that come to this show and that contribute to our show. They know we're raising money for a good cause, and they just want to be a part of it. And it's a lot of fun.
I'll tell you, I agree, because when last year's show, Cajun Classic Cars TV, was only 2 months old, and really getting in earnest and getting it going. And I will say, because of this show, it has grown the way it has 90% because of this show. Because a lot of the people that I met and connected with are friends of the channel today, and personal friends because of your show.
That's great.
So I appreciate that. So we talked a little bit off camera about the worry about the weather, but this is rain or shine.
Yeah, I mean, we're already starting to talk about next year's show.
Right.
So this is literally a year's worth of work. When anytime you're bringing in celebrities, of course, you had the venue tied up. We're bringing in celebrities. You got, the guys from Counts Customs is flying in. You got Alex and Dennis Taylor driving in from Arkansas. Yeah, you don't just, it might rain. Let's postpone this. No, we are rain and shine. And one thing, being from Louisiana, that I know that you can depend on is you cannot depend on the weather.
Amen to that.
They can say it's going to rain and it might not fall a drop. They can say it's not going to rain and you might get a downpour. So we're going to have a good time no matter what. And if the good Lord wants us to have rain, we're going to get a little rain.
We tell everybody one other time, all the guests, and then how they can get in touch with you about the show.
All right. Our special guest this year is, of course, Joe and Amanda Martin from Martin Brother Customs over in Johnson City, right out of Austin, Texas. And they've been great to us. The guys from Counts Customs are coming back. We've got Horny Mike, Ghetto Bob, and Ryan Evans. And they just built a car that won, it's a Blazer that won its choice over at SEMA. Those guys are coming straight out of SEMA. And then new this year, we've got Alex and Dennis Taylor. So if you follow the racing, especially the drag and drive stuff, she was a co-host on Motor Trend Channel, Hot Rod Garage with Lucky Costa. But she is real big in the racing world. And she's got a Tri-5 55 Chevy that runs sixes, that is street legal. And I mean, that's just bad to the bone. That's just cool to me. So this is our first year having them there. So I'm really excited to meet and hang out with them. But it's going to be a lot of fun. It always is a lot of fun.
Right. You got a website?
We got a website. It is cruisinsouthernstilella.com. You can reach out to us on social media, Instagram or Facebook. And I'm the guy that's going to answer you. So, reach out to us on Instagram or Facebook. And if you got any questions. But the show, basically, we officially opened the gates up at noon on Friday. Sometimes we open a little bit early. If the girls are all ready with registration and all that, we'll open up as soon as we can. But officially, we open up at noon on Friday and go and close at 5 o'clock on Friday. And then officially, again, we open up at 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And then we'll have our loud pipe contest at 3. And then, at 2. And then at 3, the doors will open inside in the ballroom where everybody can start coming in, getting ready for our auction that starts at 5. And the live auction, like I say, if you've never been to the live auction, it's a show in itself. We have stuff, people have sent from all over. People bring from all over. It's pretty cool. And most time, I don't even know what we're going to sell because people they just show up with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for all your hard work.
Yes, sir.
Especially all the donations over 19 years to St. Jude, my friend.
Well, I appreciate you coming out, and I appreciate you giving us a little bit of time, and we can't wait to see y'all there.
All right. Cruising Southern Style, Paragon Casino this weekend. Car Show of the Week. Cajun Classic Cars TV.
It'll be great.